Well, it's a new day. Truly wish the dollars would come rolling in, but it'd be like that sometime. But my sons just took their NWEA test. Things that'll help me to stay certified and qualified to meet the legal requirements to homeschool, all that good stuff. I took the reading part today. Of course, I got math and some other ones this week. My kindergartner only got math left, and then my fourth grader has all the rest of the subjects: language, science, and math. But I just shed a tear out my left eye for because I just heard a Instagram post. It was from Judge Lynn Toller. And honey, that thing makes so much sense. And I shed a tear out my left eye because I once felt like this before. And, this right here stirred me again today. But I'm still not at that point of like what she said, it makes perfect sense. And it definitely at one point in time was like a reality to me. I was trying to help keep somebody from jail. Well, keep them from jail and to keep them from jail and also help to kind of convince or get their daughter's mom to not want them to stay in there. That one time, it was one or two times when they went in there, got in there or whatever. uh it's crazy because I think about when I had to call the cops because, for one, I told him one time I was going to call the cops. He didn't go to jail this time. I wasn't trying to get him locked up, but definitely trying to keep him away from hurting us or having me to have to hurt him or, what I'm saying, stuff like that or whatever. Again, on behalf of spewing somebody else's dislike and somebody else's upset regarding me. And so now it just hit me because I just thought about when this other chick was like, y'all want him to go to jail and this, that, and the third. And honey, maybe this the thing. You trying to protect him from consequences. Maybe he's supposed to be up in there. Maybe it's things that he did. And I realized, of course, with me, if I look back, yeah, you did stuff that warrants for you to go to jail. And even in that, I still was like, let's ride it out. You know what I'm saying? Was trying to help him out or whatever. But so he didn't go to jail. All he did was get banned, and for that he was spiteful towards me and wanted me pretty much to go to jail, and basically succeeded in that, having that happen to me. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it, but as you supposed to be a man, you don't let no woman that, of course, that you love, but I guess he didn't love me or care for me like that. And of course, you ain't gonna feel like you love me when you let somebody else's household, but I'm not worried about that part. It's still about you as a man, like, dang, So, anyway, but he allowed that to happen, and to God be all the glory, because I would have never saw clearly to want to get out that situation or whatever. So, yeah, I was trying to help him out and all that. I remember me letting his daughter's mom know, at least he needs to be picked up from there. And even trying to help him to avoid going in there. And I told him, and this the thing, when he went in there that one time that had nothing to do with me, it was him getting pulled over or something like that. I don't know. I was trying to, let him know, just to set me up with some resources. I'm going to be able to make sure I help you to get out. He didn't. So it is what it is. And to me, that goes back to his own relatives wanting something to happen to him. And it came out when it was said to me that I better call the cops on him and this, that, and third, because he's going to keep doing such and such, whatever it is that he be out here doing. They call him crazy or whatever. And yeah, he got crazy stuff or whatever, but they don't want to speak on the fact that they the ones that try to plant that crazy seed and stuff in him. So I just leave it at that. One side of his family, pretty much, some of them dying off because they had that crazy seed, planted on the inside of them. That person that would influence him to do some crazy stuff. That person or persons. And then there's other ones, again, that's still hiding and not off the radar, and just ain't, I guess, got caught up yet in a sense, whatever. And they subtly do it. One, he was sitting right on the porch beside or whatever, and at any moment, all you gotta do is speak in this little soft tone and have them on go. But that's on them. But anyway, see, I was getting on here for something else, and I'm going all around to my own situation, because I am still, I guess, feeling it or whatever. But yeah, Judge Lynn Toler said something that would, made sense. And I'm going to go ahead and play the clip in here because it was really good.
I wrote an article once, put it in a magazine with a woman that was practically naked on the front. So I thought some men might read it. And the article was called Losing 19. And it was about young black men that used to come into my courtroom and say stuff like that to me. I'm not going to do probation. I'm not going to get a job and all this kind of stuff. I'd rather you just lock me up because I can jail, and it's really not a problem. And they don't take care of their kids, and they don't mind going to jail. They go to jail like I pay taxes. It's a cost of doing business, and they never get anywhere in the world. They just kind of like screw up as a matter of life. And I call it losing 19 because here me, a sister, is required day after day to put another 19-year-old, another 20-year-old in jail for stuff they really didn't have to do. And all I see is a person never being a man. All I see is another 2 or 3 sisters never having a father for their children or never having someone to look up to. All I see is myself as an old lady who will never have young black brothers out there to take care of me because they never handled their life. Now, wait a minute. There's some wonderful brothers out there. Good, solid brothers. But all I got to see was you. And it hurt my feelings. When you jail, we jail too, because we don't have access to you. We need you out there taking care of your business, and not just about the financial business, but the emotional business. We need love and support. We're talking about sisters in a bad mood and cranky, because we haven't got you. We need you. And you don't have the right not to take care of your business, because if you don't take care of your business, we are out there and we are out there alone, and we can't do it that way. Do you hear me? I wrote an article once, put it in a magazine with a woman that was practically naked on the front. So I thought some men might read it.
I don't want it to replay, but that was it or whatever. But she had made that man cry. Yeah, she had made the man cry for what she had just said. And like I said, I agree with that. I try hard to help my daughter's dad a long time ago not to go there and stuff like that, but he felt pressure again from his living situation, his mama's living situation. Of course, that your dad left behind for you to feel like you gotta be concerned about, which his dad lives about 30 minutes away from where I live, and I got relatives that live over there. And if I look back, his dad is the one that got her pregnant for whatever reason. I think his mom told me that, they was young or whatever, and never really together or something like that. And then he went on, got him a house and stuff like that, got him a new female, and of course left. Hold on for a second, hold that thought. But yeah, left his son behind, 30 minutes away with the mom. His mom did tell me that I think he paid child support and he did some other stuff. But it wasn't, God didn't intend for you just to be in another household and pay child support and leave that woman and that child behind. And that's just period. As far as if God, I know God forgives, but as far as how God looks at it when a man moves on and moves into another household, leaves a female behind because he don't want her, he wants somebody else or whatever, or he didn't feel ready. I don't know. I don't know I can't get to the bottom of that or root of that. I can't say whether it's the man's fault or the female's fault. It's the woman's fault because she laid down and she, had him. Then I just came across this clip with Kevin Samuels where he was like, yeah, of course, we don't want to take you on 3 or 4 dates. We want to FUCK you as soon as we see you. And you see Bow Wow shot Moss in the comments already. I'm going to put that as this the screenshot. But you see Bow Wow, it's a thumbnail. You see Bow Wow just raising his hands. Okay, that's fine. Basically glorifying that. So he, Kevin Samuels, I guess, follower or whatever, influenced by him. But, that's not what God intended for you just to go around. That's our natural thing, when we want to have sex and recreate, reproduce and stuff like that. But it's still a way, it's an orderly way that God gave for people to do it. We are not animals out in the wild, so we don't just do it like that. Now, we have been somewhat doing it like that, so sleeping with people, then passing you around to the next one. That's why females, pH balance thrown off and this, that, and the third, whatever. Saying that stuff from experience and just what I know. But that's not how he intended, especially if we living in a world where it takes money to, operate and stuff like that. And we just not, I don't want to say free, but we not walking around here just doing it like they do it on a Discovery Channel. So I don't know. I'm still sitting at the feet of God, in the presence of God, just trying to find out how are we supposed to do it? Because our bodies, females, a lot of us hit puberty at, I did at 11 and stuff like that, and some, earlier, some of them later or whatever. I don't know if it's just like once we hit puberty that we not, that it's not that moment that we supposed to be doing that and supposed to already know who we're supposed to be engaged with and stuff like that. So I don't know. God will reveal. He knows the truth. But just what she has said, and she made that man cry, that thing about hurt my feelings. For one, I got 2 male sons. Of course, they're black. And I'm just like, I don't want neither one of them to end up in jail, prison. I don't want, barely. The Army is a better option, but all of it is BS to me if they're not doing what they want to do, what they, feel like God gifted them and gave them the talent to do. So, and again, looking back at my daughter's dad, it was pressure from his mom's household, but it was from what his dad had left him behind to do or whatever. I think he even stayed with his dad at one point in time, but I don't know why he came back, whatever. Same pattern I did. I stayed with my dad at one point in time, came back home. But it was still what the dad left behind. And this is the thing. God did give the man that type of responsibility. It is what it is. But he didn't leave that man alone to have to deal with that responsibility on his own, to tend to whatever garden it is that he's, he didn't. He's there. So it all boils down to these men is not, they're not being held accountable. They're not taking on the responsibility that they started off with. And again, going to my boys' dad, okay, of course he had a daughter before that he left behind. He literally left out the household and went to another female's household right across the way. She told me. And I believe it. And then I seen him do it with me, and So, don't know what's on the inside of them that have them want to do that. And then when they do that, women have a tendency to say, oh, he did it. Well, I can go do it too. And then there you go. You have the confusion. So somebody is not taking the lead and leading by example, saying, no, I'm going to stick this thing out. And to me, I always feel like it's supposed to be the man. At the same time, that don't mean that the woman don't have no type of responsibility to help and make sure. And so, make sure that things good on home front and stuff like that. But a woman can barely do that when she know her man is out laying up. What the Braxton's mama say, laying it low and spreading it wide. I mean, how can you stay focused? That's on the ones that can do that and claim they can boss up and this, that, and the third and show no emotion. That's good for them. Me personally, no, honey. I don't know if I got on here and said it, but when he first did that to me, I was laid out. I had my oldest son, and I was laid out. And that's what kept me, is that my oldest son just kept coming in the door, just looking, checking on me. And it was like God was saying, you still got something to live for. Even though he did this and he messed up, he squandered, he just that, and the third, or you feel I'm not going to say that it's just feelings. He literally messed up. But even though he messed up, I still want you to keep going. So it took for God to allow my son, he was like 2 years old or barely 2 years old, to keep coming in that door and just checking on me because of the lies that their dad had told over and over and over, deceit. And especially the one where he told me, well, that year he had told me, I talked to my daughter's mom. I guess he was happy to hear from her, and I guess he got some encouragement. I forgot what all she said. He did tell me some of the stuff. He said, yeah, I talked to her mom, and she basically encouraged him or whatever. He was feeling good. Then somehow, I don't know if it's just because he sat down and talked to his own mama. Somehow, some way he got discouraged just that quick again, or he was just already plotting and planning. I don't know. Because when he told me that, he still went on and told me, that's when he said, what if there was somebody else? And I said, well, then I'm going to pick up the pieces to my heart. There's nobody else. Okay, so we can keep riding then. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're telling me, and I'm believing you. So this man was not a man of his word. So somewhere along the line, it was some word lacking. And you know what I'm saying? And that's where the confusion came in. That's as far as my perspective and how I see it. Other than that, I don't know the other ends of it. I don't know who was in his ear, of course, besides the enemy himself. But who was in his ear, who he was utilizing to be in his ear for him to just say, just that quick, oh, what if there was somebody else? I'm asking her what's going to happen, and she's telling me the answer. She's giving me a response. So now I'm going to control the situation by telling her there's nobody else, but there is somebody else, because he ended up going to getting the girl pregnant twice, 1 abortion, 1 baby came from it. So, that was the actions definitely, but it was more so the damn lies that was told after that tried to kill me, tried to snuff me up out of here. And so all in that encouragement, he was encouraged by his daughter's mom, even after he did her daughter dirty. And why as a woman would you encourage? You still need to encourage him, but then you also need to encourage him to say, well, you need to sort that out with my daughter, instead of him trying to go and talk to. And so this is the thing, he told me in 2019, yeah, I'm on your mama's Facebook and stuff. I'm sitting here like, I don't know why. And I told my mama, as far as even my daughter's dad is concerned, I said, what do y'all got to talk about? It's no reason for you even communicating with him. And so basically, it's no reason for you. She called my boys' dad too when, of course, the little setup thing happened where they got me locked up and stuff. It's no need in you talking to them. It's none. It's no reason for you going behind my back nowhere or having no separate conversations with them at all, period. So, because you wasn't there when I met him, then introduced you to him. All I did was tell my mama that I'm pregnant by somebody that I don't see a future with. And that was it. And I didn't tell her to go do anything. I didn't tell her to take nothing upon herself. Now, as a mother, she can, of course, be led. I want you to be led of God, but she told me, she was like, I looked for him, and I guess she thought that was going to make me happy. I looked for him for 2 months and went up there. She said what she said to him. She went to his job. But anyway, just, again, piggybacking off of what Judge Lynn Toler said, we don't want these men locked up. We do. We need you. We need you and want you out here. We want you available behind bars. You ain't doing nothing. So, I guess where that comes from, why so many men are locked up. Now, some of them probably are criminals, but all of them can't be. So, wherever there's that glitch in the system or whatever's going on, I do pray that God release those that need to be free. Those that don't need to be free, they definitely need rehabilitation. They still need some kind of healthiness going on behind bars. Now, my feelings tell me, hey, I don't want no criminal being treated good at all. But I don't feel like that's for me to say, because I don't know the crimes, the degrees of the crimes. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? God knows the details. God knows why they did it and all that, whatever. Whether they just ended up in a bad situation, whether, again, some of these mothers or these fathers subtly, because the fathers is more subtle because they don't be in the household, influence their kids to be shooters, be thugs, be goons, no. You want a goon, you're going to get goon results with that goon. Or you should. Because some of these people raise goons and thugs, but they don't even get the results. The results goes to somebody else that they little goons and thugs done tamper with and bother with. And then it makes the other person look crazy. And that's what they're trying to do to me. I'm not a goon, a thug, none of that stuff. But I've been around some, and then they try to mess with you. And yeah, try to get you to be that type and then have you somewhere looking crazy. But anyway, all of that stuff goes together, and especially just what she said. Just tired of seeing 19-year-old young men, and just any of them, you know what I'm saying? Black men out here not being at home with their kids, not being at home with their wives, not being able to spend that time, not being with the family, being so pressured, so hard, and so heavy to go beat the pavement, be out of the household, have to go. So I was trying with both of my children's fathers. It might not have been the best appearance. Oh, we can't. Some of them, they probably be like, well, we can't live like this. Oh, this is beneath us. You know what I'm saying? You can feel like that all day, but until you able to legitly do something about it, you really don't need to be, you need to stop before you get yourself in something deep. And I mean, that's pretty much it. All I can do is I hope and pray that the words I'm saying now, that somebody takes heed to it, but definitely I can still give it to my son, or even somebody else can come along and give it to my son and care for my kids. And no, I don't want them locked up. They better off not being behind bars. They better off. We need them out here. Even if it's mowing a lawn, even if they can't find some other type of job, even if it's mowing a lawn, moving a box, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Something where they still have their freedom. And today I'm just going to cry out to God and just thank God for the ones that are free, but those that need to be free from behind bars, that are not truly criminals, don't have that criminal mindset, don't have that criminal root, don't have that criminal background and stuff like that. Set them free, Lord. Women and men, but I pray that God start with the males that have been locked up. And I'm not saying that the women need to stay in there. I'm just saying, because I was a female in there and I wanted to definitely get out. But I just pray, Lord, those that that's free in jails and prisons all over. I mean, that's innocent, and just really have made a change, even if they was at one time